if these folks are out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is an upload from my iPhone, so sorry if the quality's not that good or whatever like that. My partner actually pointed out to me that all my YouTube uploads have been via a bedroom or in bed, and so I guess I'm keeping up that tradition as I'm just about to go to bed as it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to get up early in the morning for this conference. But I wanted to check in and tell everybody how I was doing with my RUHCUS. This is just being uploaded to YouTube initially, and then I will be connecting it to my WordPress blog. For all of those who are not familiar with a RUHCUS, it's a radical, unapologetic healing challenge for us. My challenge is for the next 30 days to focus on my disability. So, where's I going with that? Yeah. Oh yeah, so, I've been in conversation with my supervisor and some friends, and another mentor of mine, as well as my counselors, around issues of my self-hatred with my disability and different things like that, and how my perfectionism, being a perfectionist, really plays into my not liking my disability as part of my identity and not really finding any power in it. But a lot of my conversations recently have been around disability. Also, I'm part of my disability as a student org on my campus, and I was in a disability panel with a couple classes last week, which was very interesting for me to do. And it was hard for me not to go back to the superscript narrative that I normally do, and I think I kind of did a bit of that, talking about how I can ski and things like that, and how I developed. So I'm trying to figure out right now the balance between being superscript and not being superscript, and how we have those discussions with people. So that was a bit difficult, and I want to go a little bit more into that narrative, as I think I need to flesh out what it means for me and how I talk with other people. I had to do a weird thing with my counselor the other week where I had to talk to my disability, and I had to thank it for positive things in my life and kind of say fuck you to things that I didn't like, but it was really kind of weird, almost surreal. And the fact that actually having to say it out loud was kind of a turning point for me, because it made me realize how I really wish I didn't feel that way about my legs, but I do. But actually having to say it out loud is a lot harder, so maybe I don't so much feel that way. I know what I think, but I know that a lot of it also isn't true, so it's hard to navigate that right now. I hope that made sense. I don't know if it did or not. It's like I know if I trip or I fall, I get really frustrated, and I a lot of the time blame myself, but actually sitting there and having to say fuck you legs for making me trip up and things like that, although that in the initial moment that might be how I feel, it was a lot harder to say that straight out, because I don't hate my legs, because they're part of me. And kind of what does that look like, and navigating that. So I gotta get into that a bit more, but my counselor also wanted me to kind of write down things I hated about society with regards to disability and their view that I internalize, and then kind of the pieces of myself that I don't like, so that I can, if I write them down or talk about them in some way, that I can kind of open up and they won't be so raw, I guess, when I think about them. I written in my journal the day after the counseling session last week, but I haven't done one since, so I'm gonna do that tonight, I guess, right now, for you all. I hope this doesn't upload sideways. That'll really suck. I'll have to see, I guess. But, yeah. yeah, as you can tell, I don't really want to do that piece, but I will have to, so I'll do that at the end of this video. Actually, no, I won't. That'll end it on kind of a negative note. So, okay. Here's my list. It's kind of just going to be a consciousness piece of thoughts that come into my head. I will include things I hate about myself. The things that I used to hate about myself that I'm starting to learn to accept, because acceptance of disability is the biggest piece for me, and also include pieces of what society thinks around disability that I have kind of internalized, and although I know it's crazy, I still get that feeling, kind of think about it sometimes. So, I initially was just gonna say a list, but I think I should probably justify each piece of the list. I'll tell you what, this video has kind of gone on longer than I'd hoped, so I'm gonna upload this video, and then the next video that you will see will be me with my list and some progress that I made after that. So that was a little bit about my ruckus, and see you later with my list. Alright, have a good night. Peace.